More breaking news, this time out of Chicago. At least 13 people were shot overnight in a mass shooting on the city's west side. Police say 3 children, including a 3-year-old, are among those injured in that shooting. A 14th person was also injured after they were hit by a car at the scene. Police say the incident was a drive-by shooting that began and ended in about 3 seconds, with at least 2 shooters apparently firing randomly into a crowd. So far, police have no information on a possible.
When is enough is enough. When is we as black people going to finally get so fed up with our own people, our own children, our own young people murdering and killing each other? When is we as older black men are going to stop having this huge ego and all of this animosity towards the younger? When are the younger people are going to stop thinking that they know everything and that can't nobody tell them no? When is enough is enough? I'm pretty sure everyone is aware of the recent news of rapper Takeoff from the Migos being killed in Houston. All of this over a silly dice game. But I want to talk about the 13 people that got shot, including 4 that got killed in East Garfield Park on the west side of Chicago on Halloween. One of those dead victims was a 3-year-old baby. This is what it's come to? This is what we truly want collectively as black people? Yeah, we just kill each other off until we're extinct? When enough is enough? We're gonna get so tired that the well-meaning and the well-doing brothers and sisters are gonna say, you know what? We can't have this no longer. Now it's the time to put a complete end to it. I'm talking about war against the niggas. Exactly what we're going to have to do if we're going to establish any type of peace, love, and camaraderie amongst our people. We're going to have to declare total, unconditional surrender war against those who are detrimental towards the progress of our people. We know exactly who they are. They exist amongst your own family. They live in your homes. You ride past them every day in your hood. You look at them every day. They on the corner, in front of somebody's liquor store, in front of somebody's convenience store. Not only are those people the obvious ones that you can instantly point out, I'm talking about the ones in your social settings, at your job, that you go have brunch, lunch, or go out to eat with, that you meet at any type of social event, that you meet in the park, that you meet at the club, that you will meet and interact with at church or the mosque. I'm talking about those people. When enough is enough. Because it ain't just the hood dudes and the hood rats that's doing the killing. We do so much harm towards each other by having so much hatred and animosity and malice and disgust against each other on an everyday, all-day continuous basis. You can go online right now. Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, Tag, whatever social media website there is. And you're gonna find black folks going at each other like it ain't nothing. They'll have all this vitriol and angst against one another. But when your enemies decide to go against you, you ain't got that same type of smoke.
Who's more racist, black people or white people? Black people. You know why? Because we hate black people too. Everything white people don't like about black people really don't like about black people. There's some shit going on with black people right now. There's like a civil war going on with black people. And there's 2 sides. There's black people, there's niggas. And niggas have got to go. Every time black people want to have a good time, ignorant ass niggas fuck it up.
I did a video last year around this time covering the Young Dolph situation. Now at the same amount of time, I'm speaking on another rapper getting killed. There's been far too many rappers in 2022 that have been murdered and smoked than any other rappers I've ever known throughout the 24 years I've been doing hip-hop. Hip-hop was long regarded as the voice of the people. Hip-hop, higher, infinite power, healing oppressed people. I don't see that in 2022 amongst our people when it comes to so-called hip-hop, because we ain't practicing no elements of hip-hop culture at all. This is rap, recording artists pretending. Here's the issue with that. Some of these rappers really living out their lyrics. Why? Because some of these rappers actually live the lyrics that they rap about. Some of these dudes are real gangsters. And you know what it is called? more chaos, more death, annihilation, repeatedly of our own people. Can't blame white supremacy for this. Can't blame the white man for this. The Jews may be canceling Kanye West and coming hard on Kyrie Irving and made Nick Cannon apologize a couple years back. But they're not the ones out there putting the gun in your hand telling you to go smoke your own brother. They're not the ones out there telling you to go on World Star and record yourself beating up your sister. Y'all doing that on your own. You choosing to do that. You love that. You celebrate that. You easily embrace that because you have long accepted that as part of your culture, part of your dynamic. And it's sickening as black people that we've adopted all of these forms of evil. Going against your own brother, man, ain't nothing holy about that. Making disrespectful remarks about your sisters, there's nothing dignifying about that. Looking down on an elder because he ain't out there on the front lines anymore after he put in 30, 40 years of work. There's nothing rewarding about disrespecting your elders. Older people misleading young people and then get mad when the younger people don't do what they were attempting to guide them with, giving them the wrong information, misleading them in every step of the way simply because they couldn't get out of their second childhood. There's no honor in that. Now we disrespecting our ancestors by making all of these fallacious remarks with numerous lies about our own leaders.
Damn, tired of niggas. Tired of niggas, man. Damn, man. You know what the worst thing about niggas? Niggas always want some credit for some shit they supposed to do. For some shit they just supposed to do. A nigga will brag about some shit a normal man just does. A nigga will say some shit like, I take care of my kids. You supposed to, you dumb motherfucker. What you talking about?
We are impeding our own progress by staying fixated on the same bullshit that we rapidly complain about. I'm gonna say that again. We downgrade our own progress by maintaining the same type of bullshit that we like to complain that others are holding us back. Nah, we holding our own selves back. When enough is enough? What is it going to take for our people to one day say, you know what? No more talking. We got to put an end to this now. We will put an end to it now. Luckily, there are some groups out here that are seeking to change every day. Shout out to New Era Nation. Because guess what? If they hear any news about a young sister being raped or a young child, whether it's a boy or girl being abducted, oh, they boots on the ground immediately. And they ain't stopping until they find the perpetrators. Another shout out to Watch Guard. They're actually doing something that can alleviate potential altercations or potential life-threatening situations by arriving on the scene and assessing the situation and doing something that's non-combative. What I mean by that is when they arrive on the scene, they're looking to see what's going on, and then they approach the brother or sister who has the problem or who is the person of interest, and they do everything in their power to try to get that person to be calm or try to aid and assist that person in the best possible way they know how. But the vast majority of our people, all we gonna do is get on here doing what I'm doing, complaining. When enough is enough? Is it gonna take 100,000 more deaths of young people before we say, you know what? Forget doing a Black Lives Matter march. We're gonna boycott and we're gonna take out everybody that is bringing more detriment towards our neighborhoods and our places where we live. I don't want to see a march. I don't want to see a protest. I don't want to see a boycott. I want to see action. If you're real serious about that, you know who's doing the wrong. You know who's causing the harm. When enough is enough and when you gonna do something about it. I ain't just training for nothing. I ain't just getting in shape just so I can just look good and be proud of my health. Those are good character. Those are good attributes to have. But when the time comes and I get that phone call, I'm ready. When enough is enough. And we care about black people and we love black people like many pro-black people say they do. Where y'all at? I done made about 5 videos saying the same thing. Y'all ain't responding to nothing. Y'all getting on social media bitching every single day, but yet refuse to do anything to counteract against the problem. So I'm calling out black people collectively, period. This is bigger than the street. It's bigger than Takeoff. It's bigger than what happened on Halloween in East Garfield Park on the west side of Chicago. This is globally. Because the same type of animosity we have towards each other here in Africa, we're doing the same thing over there. Probably even worse. Because governments are involved. When enough is enough. That's all I'm asking. Peace and love. And hopefully black people, one day, we will finally get our shit together and start the real revolution like the Most High intended for us to do. 100.
Stop the violence. There are so many components that we need to enact. We need to enact more youth voice, because as a youth activist, you know, I see not a lot of youth voice on these in Baltimore City and the people that we elect. I think that the community and the mayor should have a meeting where we're discussing the problems and where we're making our voices heard.
We should work together. We should talk to each other more, figure out where our mental health is. Because a lot of people just pushing their insecurities on others. And a lot of men, you know, really just have pride. And that could turn into a murder.
The violence will not solve itself overnight. That's something that we know. And if we put the right steps in and put the right people in, this will be a better city for all of us.